Xbow, or the Explosive Crossbow, is one of the best close-range weapons in the game. The splash damage allows you to damage people without even seeing them, allowing you to completely control fights. If you want to play a close-range combat weapon without the risk associated with shotguns, the Xbow is definitely something you should try. You can do all the same things as a shotgun, like push enemies and confront them directly. However, the Xbow's splash damage allows you to hit enemies around corners, which is usually a safer play. If you know or even just suspect that an enemy is around a corner, don't be afraid to take the shot. This also means that the Xbow is one of the best anti-shotgun weapons. Just fire around the corner as they try to push you, then run away to another corner. If they keep trying to push you, shoot around the corner again. They'll probably be dead by then. Of course, that may not always be possible, especially if the shotgunner is too close to you or you have nowhere to run to. In this case, it may be better to wait a little bit and attempt to go for a direct one-shot hit. The heavy drop-off of the Xbow is something you need to learn to play around, as it is highly relevant when you want to launch arrows into buildings through cracks or windows, or when trying to hit people behind cover at longer ranges. On the subject of longer ranges, the Xbow's slow arrow velocity makes it unreliable, especially if people are moving unpredictably. Most of the time, it is better to rely on your secondary to deal damage at medium to long range. Still, you can use it for keeping people's heads down, hitting behind cover, or pre-firing the position you think an enemy may peek from soon. In general, aim for the feet whenever you can. You can still one-shot them, and it is more reliable since if you miss, you will deal a good amount of damage and you can finish them off with your secondary. If there's a wall behind them, or a chest-high object like a fence on them, it may be better to aim for their chest, as it seems to provide a more reliable one-shot even when you don't hit them. The Xbow has some really bad terrain weaknesses. It struggles against higher ground, small objects in the way, and fences and walls can sometimes mess you up depending on the context. Additionally, without the bolt thrower perk, the Xbow reloads extremely slowly, taking about 6 seconds without the perk, and 3 seconds with the perk. This long reload time can easily get you killed, especially in tense, very close range situations against shotguns. Finally, enemies having the perk Bulwark, which reduces explosion damage, will make your Xbow completely useless. Luckily, it doesn't seem like many people run it. However, it is something to keep in mind. The best secondary for the Xbow is probably the uppercut. It's extremely reliable at medium to long range, and its high damage complements the Xbow's splash damage, allowing you to consistently finish off enemies tagged by the splash with the uppercut, or vice versa. However, the other pistol secondaries can also work, especially if you want to go for a more cheap loadout. Overall, the Explosive Crossbow is one of the best close-range weapons in the game, especially for its price. It acts as a single-shot shotgun with some extra utility, and is probably, in my opinion, one of the most fun weapons in the game. It's definitely worth a try, especially if you like playing at close range.